the ball is gonna find you.
Yeah.
No matter where you play, you're in Little League and you're
can't
like,
hide
just
from
put
the
this
baseball.
kid in right field. No, and the ball is going there. It doesn't. I don't.
He's swatting butterflies and the ball's coming out of his face.
Yeah,
100%.
it's like clockwork. The ball will find you.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Welcome to the Coach's Sons podcast. My name is Andrew.
I'm Chris.
And this is not the third attempt as an intro, but it actually is. All right, so we're going to talk about our friends over at Chinook Seedery first. If you guys have not tried them, you should do so immediately. They're the best seeds in the game. If you order from them and use our code Coach's Sons Pod and send it to us via DM and any of our socials, I will match your order. That offer still stands for those who are going to take me up on it. They're great. They're great for golf. They're great for baseball. They're great for softball. They're great for watching any of these things, but probably not great for inside the house. But anyways, go check them out. Coach's Sons Pod at checkout and get 10% off. Now, Chris.
Andrew.
The playoff race has not changed a lot, right? But before we jump in,
a few games here and there.
A few games here and there. But and I know you want to talk about Big Dumper a lot.
Sure.
But before we get into that, I think the biggest news and the most interesting thing that's happened since we last spoke is all the talk around the realignment, right? So let's jump into that. Let's give our take because people want to know what we think about it.
That's
So
what they want.
So go ahead and set the table and we'll go from there.
So they did the. I'm pretty sure this took place on the Little League World Series game when they went to Williamsport, played there. It was actually it was the Mariners, and I don't remember even who they played.
Oh, yeah. Mets?
Sounds right.
I think it was the Mets because it was Soto versus
Julio?
Yeah.
This is bad. This part's bad. So anyway, long story, that's not what we were talking about. The long story short is that Manfred had brought up division realignment, and then that just spins the wheels of everybody in the baseball world, social media related. And now there's realignment coming. Does that mean expansion's coming? Ooh. What does realignment look like? What does expansion look like? Where do they come from? Where do they go? And it just set off this wildfire of takes and maps and circles and all this different types of stuff. And I put it as the first thing we need to talk about because my Seattle Mariners would benefit greatly from a realignment based on geography. And it's a cool thing to talk about, but it's also like, who cares? Just play the games. But if you're really saying about, like, we're at a point in time where there's so much money involved that you can't tell me that the couple 100 miles that get saved by saying we play the Rockies from Seattle as opposed to the Rangers, like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of
it's a money thing, right?
Yeah, it is. And also you look at, say, the cross league schedule keeps getting bigger and bigger, right? So it's not like
it's full that you play everybody.
You play everybody now. So it's not like that's going to change. You're not just playing your division over and over again like they did back in the day. So
correct.
So it's not a money saving thing, but I do think it's a money grab thing. And it does make sense for the divisions to be locally close to each other because of visiting fans can get to those games, and those stadiums will make more money if they can get more visitors into those games. That was my first thought. But also I think the realignment thing is just a fun conversation piece, and it whether it's going to happen or not, it's
a fun conversation piece. But to your point, or your point is moot when I say, or when we already said you already play everybody. So I guess the idea
I agree.
You would play them a couple games more. You'd get 6 games as opposed to 3 games.
Yeah, you do play everybody, but you still play your division the most, right?
Correct, but not that much more.
It's not that much more, especially not anymore.
A disproportionate amount.
It
that
used
was
to
the
be.
issue.
Yeah, completely
So they nuked that plan and went to the full. And I love it. It is cool to, you have your home team and you get to see every other year, you at least get to see every team come through.
Exactly.
So you're not like, oh, Shohei, like I'll never get to see him play because he's going to play 80 of his games in California.
Yeah.
He's, so I do agree.
Yeah, I do agree that expanding the schedule has been good, because especially for local fans. But I do think that there could be. I don't want to say it's significant, but if the divisional games are more regional, they're going to be better attended. Just
Sure.
by location bias, you know what I mean? And that makes sense to me.
The only way it works is if the divisions ramp up again in the way of there's more games. Because we've definitely talked about it a while back, but there was a point in time where I think it might have been June or July, and it was like, this team doesn't play. I'm making it up. It's like the Guardians don't play the Royals again this season.
Yeah.
Well, and it was like, wait, how is that a thing? Like,
so the Padres and the Dodgers don't play each other again for the rest of the season. There's still like 30 games left, and they don't play each other again, and they're one game apart.
But it was like even more ridiculous.
I know, but I was looking into that today. I was like, man, they don't play again?
Yeah,
that's wild.
Down the Mariners stretch, they're playing the Rockies. Like, cool, it helps me, but like, that should be
Right.
it should be Astros, it should be Angels, it should be Rangers.
Yeah.
Right? It should be the entire
Yeah.
division that you're playing there, but it also shouldn't be at the beginning and end of the season, right? It needs to be all throughout. So I think there needs to be, while it's noble in concept of playing every team every other year, like we need to drop one or two and add a few division
back to
games
it,
up. We'll see how that looks, but the way the realignment is just geographical. So from a Braves perspective, I think it worked. It looked pretty good, kind of like the Mariners did.
Yeah, I mean, we basically
So we'd be talking. The way I understood it was that the one that I liked the most.
Yeah.
Is people were running with, all right, we're going to add two more teams. So
yes.
now there are 2 leagues. Oh, don't check my math on this.
oh boy.
I got it. There are 2 leagues,
Yes.
16 teams, 4 divisions of 4 teams.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
Braves, I think if you make your little circle there, you got Braves,
Yep.
Marlins,
Yep.
Rays,
Yep.
and Nationals.
Yes, but there's speculation I saw that Charlotte would get a big.
Dependent upon where that's a whole nother that's a different part of this conversation.
Exactly. Okay.
So
Yeah.
it
So
could be, I think if there's a team East Coast, it's Nashville. That's just my opinion.
that's fair. Yeah. Nashville, Charlotte
But
comes
Charlotte
up.
would
yes.
be drawn there. It's further south
Yeah.
than Washington, of course.
But it would be
as
DC,
it sits now, assuming no expansion to Charlotte, I think you're getting.
Yes.
Is Nashville close to Atlanta?
Nashville's like 4.5.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if one of those teams are the expansion, then that's the team you're getting. But then you're getting an expansion team. This isn't the NHL. They're not going to like boost them up.
right. They're gonna get all the best players. Yeah.
I don't know. When was the last time? I'm going to look that up.
Marlins, and who else came in with the Marlins? The Rays? No. Maybe I'm right.
I don't know.
I think it's the Marlins and the Rays. Well, actually, I don't know. Holy cow, we should know this.
I have no idea.
I think it's the Marlins and the Rays.
The last MLB expansion was 1998,
98, okay. And is the
which added the Diamondbacks and the Rays.
okay, Diamondbacks and Rays. Gotcha. Okay.
Right, which brought it to 30. Okay, wow. How
Yeah.
did I? Okay, all right.
I got the Rays right. I don't know why I said Marlins. Marlins were before those, but that makes sense.
I didn't expect the Rays. Okay, sorry. Good call out. But I don't remember. I don't have any idea. That was 1998. I was 7.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how that works now in this climate for baseball, right? Because in
They were
the
bad.
NHL,
I remember them being very bad.
Yeah, in the NHL, you're like, you get to just plop guys from other teams. I don't think Major League Baseball would do that.
No, I don't think that's
But
how it
you never
worked.
know. The baseball's weird.
Yeah.
So, and then on the flip side, I think the Mariners it was Seattle. It was the Giants.
Probably Oakland or wherever
Well, no,
Athletics
they're
land.
in Sacramento. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, but it was the Mariners made out pretty nicely too. It might even been the Rockies, but the Colorado's further south than you think it is.
It definitely is. So I'd have to look at it. You might want to look it up real quick, but because it's like it would be the Padres, the Dodgers and Angels and Diamondbacks. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so then it would be San Francisco for you.
Yeah, we'd still have the A's then. That makes sense.
A's, San Francisco, and probably the Rockies.
Yeah. Sign me up. Right?
Yeah,
And especially and then when the A's, if they ever go to Vegas,
Still,
take them
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So hell yeah, I'm in.
Take it. Yeah, that's
have
not
to worry
bad.
about the Giants like every like 4 years. Well, it used to be every other year. Now it's every like 4 years.
Exactly.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, look, for us, obviously we suck this year, so we would have finished last in that division. But normally, those teams don't scare me, right? The
correct.
Rays.
That's the whole point.
I mean, the Rays do. The Rays are somehow always figured it out. Okay, question: would you miss your rivalries though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, but like,
I would miss being able to shit on the Mets.
I think I'd be bummed when it initially happened. Like, just
I agree.
generally speaking,
Yeah.
because you're like, what is going on? There's so much change, right? Now you're gonna add, the playoffs are gonna look weird. Right now they're gonna be 17.
Yeah.
They might still do set 4 and 3 wild cards, and I mean they already have 3 and they do 3 and 3. Yeah, they do 4 and 3 wild cards and give the number 1 overall seed a bye.
Yeah.
is what they would do.
It'd be tough.
They do NFL style.
Yeah, I didn't see a playoff structure, but I mean, it'll definitely be weird.
Well, we're making this up now.
You know what division I saw that looks wild?
The Northeast?
Yeah.
It'd be Philly, Mets,
Yankees,
Red
and
Sox.
Red Sox.
Yeah, that'd be obscene.
They would that would be like foreign soccer level of like away games. Like they'd need police escort. Like it would.
Yeah,
it'd be
compare that to the 2 divisions we just
it would
made
be
up
such
for our
a
teams.
Our divisions would be pillow fights.
Yeah.
Those guys are actually going to kill each other.
Yeah, they're duking it out, and we're out here like,
Yeah.
I got
Oh, hi,
8 straight
Barlins.
against the A's coming up.
Yeah.
This should be fun, right? Or expansion team to start this first game numero uno. Let's go.
I mean, I will say that does sound like, man, what a heavy hitting team that like division that is. So what happens to the Blue Jays in that scenario?
They'll
though?
go with like the Guardians and stuff.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
I don't know where Toronto is off the top. Like
Toronto's like
geographically
East Canada.
correct, but
So
I don't know.
So they
if that,
should belong in the same division.
that's why they're in the AL East. Yeah, that
Interesting.
makes sense. But I don't know if they're what's directly above. Like I know from Detroit, you can go direct like straight.
No,
shot
they're
to
more
Canada.
Buffalo. Toronto's is more
yeah.
towards Buffalo. Yeah.
We could draw a map over there.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a squiggly. I mean it's gonna be some gerrymandering that's gonna happen. For sure.
We're accustomed to that all across the board at this point.
Yeah, we know that's what we do in the U.S. of A. Baby. I do wonder, like, because if that division, the new Northeast division, that's so top heavy. Like that's
You're talking about the made up division.
The made-up division. It
Because
becomes-
you said Northeast. I was like, what the hell division are you talking about?
the made up Northeast division
Got
is
it.
now top heavy money wise, viewership wise. So I do worry about like what happens to those centrals, man. Like they get.
I mean, they're all they kind of stay the same, don't they?
I guess so. Like because you'll keep Milwaukee and St. Louis and. Ooh, I wonder if there's going to be a realignment with where the Indians fall because that could be
who?
interesting. The Guardians, man,
I mean, where
I'm
would
never
they
going to
go?
not
They're
do
not
that.
South.
No, but like so, where? How
What
does
do you
this
call the division?
How does the central mix? You know what I mean? Because you've got the Royals, the
Well,
Cardinals,
yeah,
the
that's what I-
Tigers. Like they're all like right there, packed
Well,
in
yeah.
the
Is
middle.
there still what is the American League, National League?
Correct.
Split?
Yeah, how do you
is it
split
still
those up?
called the American League and National League?
That is also a very good
You're
question.
gonna have some baseball
If-
lifers.
I will-
People will be.
I'll
it won't go over well. No
I'll
matter
put
what
this
they
out
do.
there. If they change it away from American and National League, I will probably.
Yeah, but
I'll be an old hat that
But
doesn't
the way,
like it.
I feel like baseball. Not. I feel like I know. Historically, baseball holds up better than anything. Right. It's almost like the most written about, the most storied. Right. There's stats on stats on stats forever, and I feel like in some sports you don't have that as much. And I could be way wrong, but I'm not in that world so deep as I am baseball. But it's like that history. Right, Aaron Judge. Oh, he broke the record for how big of a deal that was. He broke the record for American League home runs ever. Well, I'm making it up. If Pete Alonso had 63 home runs next season in the National League, and then he comes to the American League, you're like, well, I guess he didn't really have the. Like,
Yeah.
It's just a weird. For baseball history, it kind of has how historical and how preserved the game is
That's true.
going backwards. The idea that all this change needs to happen for it to go forward. And I guess if that's what it takes to add 2 more teams, but I also don't know if the league is prepared to have 2 more teams, because there are teams now that don't hold up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right there, but I think it might be interesting to those bottom feeders now have a comparison to expansion teams, and like maybe that'll light a fire under them. I don't know.
It's not going to, as
No,
long as
you're
there's
right.
revenue sharing, and now, I mean, it leaked its way over into our world, but ESPN just owns everything.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Yeah.
ESPN, this wasn't part of the Manfred thing, but ESPN bought the rights to I'm assuming bought the rights to Major League Baseball, however that works. And those couple teams, if you remember all the way in the beginning of the season, we talked about how some of those teams don't have TV deals.
Mm-hmm.
The ESPN has all those local TV deals now, or is setting up those things, because Major League Baseball is running them. If you're like,
Yes,
I think it's
yeah.
like the Diamondbacks, there's like 5 teams.
Yeah. They used to be like FanDuel or whatever.
Whatever
or
all those teams
Bally.
were
Yeah,
that
yeah,
did that,
Yeah.
it are now going to all be ESPN for local too.
Yes.
So not only are all your out of network stuff is going through ESPN. So how that works with MLB, I don't know what's going to happen.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm not, and it's happening with football. They're probably going to get in they already have hockey and stuff. I am not sure how this all looks when it's all said and done. I can't say I trust ESPN to give me the best available product for this.
Yeah,
I like it. MLB has it perfect. MLB Network, great.
Yeah.
MLB Big Inning, awesome. Yeah, I've talked about it a million times. I have that on all the.
Yeah.
Mine sans me watching the Mariners independently. I have Big Inning on all the time.
All the time.
There's
Yeah,
no reason not to. I don't have to have. I don't even need the 3 TVs that I have.
But that's
I just
so
have
cool,
it on
though.
one. But it's a cool luxury to have, because they're just switching back and forth. It's just like, Red Zone. He's not really talking that much. They set it up. Be like, all right, here's Judge, and then they bring you into their announcers,
And then watch Judge hit a monster home run.
I really like it. It is a little behind what's actually happening, but I'll live. I'll figure it out. So I just don't want that to get messed with.
Yeah.
Like, leave me be. Everybody wants the next dollar. Everybody wants the next thing.
I mean,
sometimes just
that's the world we live in.
status
though.
quo is okay.
Yeah,
You're gonna ruin a good thing.
I will say, if everything can be in one app, though, then I think I'm okay with it, because I'm tired of having to have 12 apps just to watch one sport, aka football.
True,
but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's to be determined whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for us. All right, so Fox Sports put out a realignment. I'm going to go through these divisions, Chris, and I want you to react to them, okay?
go.
All right, AL Northeast. Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Phillies.
Yeah, that's 1-1.
AL Mid-Atlantic is what they're calling it.
God.
Orioles, Nationals, Pirates, Guardians.
Woof. Go Orioles, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. Whatever. So AL Great Lakes, okay? Twins, Tigers, Brewers, Blue Jays.
Okay.
That one's interesting to me. Okay. And then AL, don't love that, Southeast, Braves, Mariners, Rays.
Marlins.
Braves, Marlins, Rays, expansion team. That's all. It's kind of how they
Oh, it
work.
just says
It's
expansion team. Okay,
Yeah.
we're all right.
National League Midwest. Cubs, White Sox, Cardinals, Reds.
Okay.
I mean, I love
that's the Central, just with the White Sox.
Yeah, I kind of love that
Pirates.
the New York teams are in the same division. If I'm being, or the same city teams are in the same division. I kind of love that.
Sure.
Yeah. NL Central, calling this one Central. Okay, Rockies, Royals, Rangers, Astros.
I guess.
Okay. NL Southwest,
So wait, is there an NL? There's no NL South. They just do. There's no South. They're just doing
No
Southeast and Southwest.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if there was a South, that would have to include the Astros and the Rangers.
Correct.
And then
but
there's nobody
but
around
they're
them.
central. So
Yeah, that makes sense. They're going.
yeah.
I see what they're doing. They're
the
making it work.
gerrymandering's real.
They're making it work.
NL Southwest.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dodgers, Padres, Angels, Diamondbacks. That's NL Southwest.
Yeah.
And then NL Northwest. Your
Yeah.
Seattle Mariners, the Athletics, the Giants, and expansion team.
Portland.
Portland is the main. Yeah, their main guess would be Portland.
I don't think they should go to Portland.
Where else are they going to go?
I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that's what Fox Sports put out. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like all these takes came out so fast. It's like they were at the ready. Like people had maps drawn, divisions figured out.
John Smoltz had a weird take about like playoff formatting and stuff too. Like
it just
everybody
opened up
has
like
an
a
opinion.
Pandora's box of just takes and opinions, and it's just like we don't even know what's actually happening. You know, Manfred talks out of his ass sometimes. And now with the pending, I guess say upcoming potential lockout and the CBA ending, like. I guess all of this stuff could be on the table, right? I don't know if this is a CBA negotiated thing, but if it is, then here it comes, and here comes a lockout. Right? My odds of that just went up. So, in all, I don't know if I love it. I'm torn. I guess they're just gonna have to force it.
I think it's a fun conversation, and
yeah, it's a great conversation, but what happens if it's enacted? Then you're like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna not watch baseball. I just have to figure it out.
It's going to be an adjustment for sure, but I think it'll be a fun adjustment.
Just because it's new, though.
Correct. New's always fun.
Well, again, if your team benefits, then what do my team's going to benefit?
I mean, yeah, your team is going to fucking wipe the floor with that division.
My team benefits. I'm happy.
Yeah, my team might
Yankees
benefit.
fans shouldn't be happy. Those four teams shouldn't be happy.
Yankees,
Orioles
Mets.
fans probably happy, right? They get away from those teams. Blue Jays fans maybe also happy. They get away from it. It's weird. White Sox fans, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they suck. So
exactly. That's what I figure it out. Get a new owner.
Get a brand new owner.
All right, I'm done with realignment. I'm over it.
Okay.
Do you have anything else?
No, that was fun.
Right, I'm good with that. Where do we want to go next? Oh, I wrote this down.
Okay.
I wrote down save rule. Do you know what the different ways you can record a save in a baseball game?
Okay. It is my understanding to record a save, your team has to be winning by, I want to say, 3 runs. Because essentially, it has to be like, so if you're up by 8, that's not a save, right? Because one swing in the bat doesn't blow the lead. So I think it's 3 runs because one swing in the bat means the lead is no longer there. I believe that is how I've always thought.
In a nutshell, you're kind of right. So this one is 3-run lead or less for 1 inning.
Boom.
So pitchers enters the game with the lead of no more than 3 runs, pitches 1 inning, preserves the lead.
Correct.
That's the most common.
Okay.
That's the most common save you think of, right?
Yes, 100%.
The other one is a tying run situation. Pitcher enters the game with a potential tying run either on the bases, at the plate, or on deck. So you could record a 1-out save.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you get the last out. Yeah.
So then,
but if you're winning. So, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like closer comes in, 1 out, whatever. Last take. And this happened with Bubba Chandler, prospect for the Pirates, just came up.
That's the big dude, right?
He's their top pitching prospect, or was their top pitching prospect. I don't know if you mean by
what team?
No. Not the Reds, not that guy.
The Reds guy. Okay.
No, not Boss Hog.
Yeah.
Not that guy.
6'8".
Yeah, I got
300 pounds.
We can talk about him in a second too. I wasn't prepared for him.
Sorry.
But I don't remember the guy's name from the Reds, but he looks like a Bubba.
He does. That's why I thought it was him.
This Bubba, top prospect for the Pirates, he recorded a save in his game. Now, that game was, I forget the actual score. So the final score is 9-0, but Bubba Chandler ended the game with the save. Any idea how he did that?
Wait. Wait, hold on. They were up 9-0.
The game ended 9-0.
And he got
He
a
has
save.
a save. He recorded a save.
9-0. Okay, so he must have pitched multiple innings.
That's true. That's partially true.
But
I wrote
I would
this
feel
down
like it
because
has to be
I
like-
wasn't aware of this.
okay,
I knew there
hit
was
me
like,
with it. Yeah.
if you pitch the final 3 or more innings of a game,
Okay.
no matter what the score is, you get a save. Like, and your team's winning throughout that time.
Really?
Yep. It
So
could
if-
be 100-0. If you pitch the final 3 innings, you will get a save.
Oh. Okay, so hypothetically that makes sense because 3 runs per inning is 9.
No, it has nothing to do with how many runs.
It has nothing to do with runs.
No, it's just you pitch the last 3 innings of a baseball game,
And
while
no
your team's
no
winning,
matter the
you can't give
score-
up. You can't give up the lead. It can't be tied. That's a different scenario.
Okay, what if you're winning when you start, you give up the lead, and then we take it back, and then
you would get a win. That's a win.
Oh, it's a win, not a save. Holy shit!
Yeah.
No, I did not know that
Me
existed.
neither. So that I knew the long form save thing existed, but I didn't know the actual rules
Dang,
for it.
okay.
Because I've seen it be like, oh, that guy threw. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, that guy threw a ton of innings. That makes sense. But no, it's just it was a big deal because it's Bubba Chandler, their top pitching
number one,
prospect. They just called up, and again, he pitched 4 innings in a 9-0 baseball game, got the save.
That's okay. Well, I mean, cool.
That's why I put it. I was like, I wasn't aware that is how it breaks down.
I did not
and
know
I thought
that
it was
either.
wildly interesting.
That is pretty awesome.
like a very
9-0.
nerdy thing to talk about. But
I mean, if I knew that, at this point, pitchers are just one and done in the bullpen, but that's pretty interesting. I wonder how many long form saves there are a year. That's a very.
I don't even know how to look that up.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
I have no idea.
That's why some of those guys are in the Hall of Fame. They're like a Raleigh Fingers. I think Eckersley used to have multiple inning saves.
Oh, that's true. Interesting. Yeah,
Off
because
the
they
top
pitch
of
more.
my
Yeah.
head, I might have butchered that, and they just might have that reputation.
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure that they were 2-3 inning.
I'm gonna Google or I'm gonna Chat GPT the shit out of that later for sure. Okay, so the Reds pitcher, by the way, you don't know his name, right?
Off the top of my head, I do not.
You know what his nickname is?
No, not Bubba.
Big Sugar.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, Big Sugar is his nickname, and he throws the ball 100 miles an hour. I'm looking for his stats.
Yeah,
Zach Maxwell is his name, by the way.
So, just this guy, and this isn't a slight on him at all. This is why baseball is so hard, especially today. This guy, nobody knows who he is. He's Big Sugar or whatever the hell his name
Big
is.
Sugar.
And he's just sauntering out of this bullpen, throwing 100 fucking miles an hour with probably a nasty ass breaking ball. And he just got called up, so he's probably the 30th best pitcher in the organization. And maybe I don't know. I've never heard of him, so maybe he is a top prospect. And I
6'6", 275 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
yeah, and he's humming, right? He's coming downhill, and he's coming at you at your head with 100. But that's what I'm saying. It's so hard because these guys grow on trees, not 6'7", 280 or whatever the hell he is.
No, you mean
But
prospects.
I'm talking guys that come out of the bullpen and throw just random John Does that come out of the bullpen and throw 100 miles an hour. There's all day long. Oh, great. We just got Hunter Green's on the mound. He's throwing 100 in your face for 6 straight innings, right? Strikes out 9 guys. Oh, great. Oh, nice. Okay, we got a break. Oh, here comes Boss Hogg, their Big Sugar, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. And he's coming with the same thing. And no, he's not recording a 4-out save, but for those 12 pitches, he is giving you everything he's got.
What did you say his rank was?
I just said the 30th best pitcher in the organization, not prospect.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Reds prospects
what
right
is
now. Guess what his rank is? It's not 30th. He is a 27th ranked
Yeah,
Reds.
I was just talking
prospect,
about pitcher,
not prospect in general.
No, I'm just talking pitcher in like the organization. Like you have your initial bullpen guys, you have your AAA bullpen guys, you have your AAA pitchers, you have your like. That was my statement. So it's like he's not the quote unquote best pitcher, but the guy just throws 100. Obviously, there's some flaws in his game somewhere, right? He has, control issues, or his breaking ball isn't great, or whatever. I'm making stuff up, but the whole concept is this guy is a freak, and they exist everywhere now across Major League Baseball, and that is why baseball is the hardest and most incredible game.
It's not even close. It's
Big
so
Sugar,
wild.
baby. We're a Big Sugar podcast.
Big Sugar. I mean, look, good on that guy. And yes, he also had a nasty breaking ball, but homing at 100 miles an hour.
Love it.
I mean, holy crap, dude.
I looked it up. Raleigh Fingers had 135 quote unquote long saves. Didn't know those exist. But those are saves where a pitcher works 2 or more innings. This is Google AI, by the way.
Nice.
Holds all-time record for these types of saves. So told you about Raleigh.
Look at you knowing some shit.
2 or more innings, I guess.
2 or more. Oh, okay, so it's 2 innings, not 3 innings.
That's what's considered a long save. I'm saying at any the term long save is his, I guess. But my point is 3 or more innings to close a game, and your team has the lead the whole time. You are getting
you get the save. That's cool. Yeah, did not know that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that makes bullpen games even more interesting, right?
Yeah, but
if I pitch the last 3, we got it.
I guess, but nobody does that.
No one does. No.
They'll just throw 9 different guys and then call up and then send down 3 of them tomorrow.
Here comes the closer.
It's insane. All right, so that was Bubba Chandler. Let's do, I want, in order, it's going to be bad news, weird news, and then my favorite news.
Okay, well, we all know what your favorite news is. So
but we're going to get there last.
Okay.
Leave the best for last.
Oh, you want to start with bad news?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Always
Bring
bad news. Zach Wheeler.
Shoulder. Yeah, that sucks.
Not great.
No. And look, the Phillies are a very good baseball team. Let's not put that too much into the rear view, right? But
no, that's not. No, that different conversation. I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm not taking away from the Phillies season. I'm not like, oh, the Phillies are dead. I'm just talking about how bad it is for Zach Wheeler.
No,
I want to light a candle for the guy.
Yeah, no, I hate it for Zach Wheeler for sure. But I mean, so it's his shoulder, not his elbow. And he's like 31.
On the 23rd of August, this is Jeff Passan.
Yeah.
Zach Wheeler missed the rest of the season. He was diagnosed with thoracic outlet syndrome and has been recommended to undergo surgery, which would cause him to miss 6 to 8 months.
Oof.
And then I didn't bookmark them. I should have. There were some tweets. Everybody's a doctor on Twitter now. There were 2... Shit. I know the bad outcome. But it's like there are 2 outcomes of this type of surgery. One is Steven Strasburg, i.e. bad.
Yeah, very bad.
And the other was somebody who came back and is fine. But it's still, this isn't good. And this stemmed from the blood clot that he had. I don't know if we had a
blood
podcast
clot related, yeah.
when he had the blood clot originally. But it's sad because he is one of the best pitchers in baseball. And I hope... So I hope he comes back healthy. I hope it's not career debilitating, but it can be.
But also, let's talk about this. And I hate to pull this card out. He's 35.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing. And
as a pitcher too. I mean, yeah, there's some older statesmen of pitchers, but they don't have these type of injuries this late in their career. An 8-month rehab for a 35-year-old feels career-ending to me. So I think so now I've said that out loud. Like, you're right. I feel very bad for Wheeler, who is, like you said, one of the best pitchers in the game, arguably the best pitcher in the game. And that's a rough way to end a career if that's what happens. Because if he's Strasburg did it, but he was a lot younger when it happened, and it ended his career, right? Mm-hmm. So it definitely doesn't look good for Wheeler, unfortunately. I mean, I hope for the best. You don't want to see anything bad happen, but this doesn't feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel as far as continuing to play.
Yeah, it's
yikes.
I don't love it.
I thought he was 32, which
No,
is
he's a
still
little
what I
bit
thought
on-
was
he's
too
on the
old,
older
but
side.
35 is
He's
that's
a
an
gamer.
older
He's
pitcher.
going to try to come back.
Of course he'll try.
I guess we're going to actually see what transpires. And like I said, that is I think that's the Steven Strasburg. I don't know. They have his picture, but no words on Steven Strasburg. Oh, Merrill Kelly. Okay. I think that was it. Merrill Kelly got it, and he's okay. He's still pitching. He's pitching at a decently high level.
Yep.
Strasburg, not so much.
Yep.
But like you said, the amount of time, effort, energy that takes, the labor it takes at that age, I think he's in. I know he's in good enough shape to withstand that to an extent.
Yeah.
But it's not a good surgery. It sucks just as a person. To see someone like that go through it.
Yeah.
Especially when he's at the height of his career.
Correct. Yeah.
You call him old, but man, he's in his prime, pitching for, neck and neck with Skeens for the Cy Young up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, as guy to guy, I hope he's healthy. I hope doesn't injure himself more by trying to force a comeback.
Right. Yeah.
Too soon. All of that, especially after what we've seen with Steven Strasburg.
Yeah, 100%.
But now to jump to your point as far as the Phillies, it hurts, but man, they're still churning. They're not, they're still on all cylinders. And yes, you lose your ace, then that's a big deal. Let's not dispute that.
I mean, it's, to me, aces win playoff games and or
if you
playoff
can
series.
go
Yeah.
2 games a series.
Yeah. So I do think that makes the Phillies less intimidating, but they're still a very good baseball team. Don't get me wrong. They're still a very, very good baseball team. But when you lose a Cy Young caliber pitcher, that makes you not as, oh, crap, we have to play the Phillies. Like, okay, we have a fighting chance now. You know what I mean? So I still think they're probably one of the top contenders next to the Dodgers and Padres to come out of the NL for the World Series, no doubt. But I don't know if I put them on the same plane as those now. So I would pick the Phillies over the Brewers if they played, but now I don't think I would do that.
The Phillies absolutely curb stomped the Mariners, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
They are good.
They're a very good
team.
baseball
Their
team.
lineup is deep. They're pitching with... They came out with 3 lefties in a row. They did Sanchez, Suarez, and Luzardo,
Yeah.
and they all shoved it up our ass.
Yeah.
And we had no chance. We didn't even see Nola, and I think Wheeler was out by that time anyway.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Taiwan Walker mixed in there.
Absolutely.
But we didn't get him. They destroyed us. So they're a good team. But yes, it hurts, especially when you're missing your ace. But well wishes to Zach Wheeler. Hope, to see a pass and tweet, successful surgery, rehab's on the way. I don't think I saw that yet. I don't think he got it.
No, I don't
from my
think that- I think it's
understanding, but
happening yet.
I know that it's coming.
Yep. Passing, Arth of the Arm, best book.
Yeah, I'm
out there.
surprised you're not all about this.
Well, it's not the same thing, but okay, keep going. The Arm's more about Tommy John. Like what he's doing is a different type of injury.
Okay. Anyway,
If you read it, Chris, you would know this.
I haven't read it. And
You should.
I won't. I probably won't. It'll
Add a
probably go
just-
way over my little head. All right. I don't forget how I presented this before.
You said weird
Stuart?
news.
Weird.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on with Anthony Volpe? It's like, I hate to say the word. It's a cursed word.
You're gonna say the Y word, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
My guy's got the yips.
He
and
does, dude.
I am mind blown because I've seen it a couple times. I think Rick Ankiel is probably the most.
Oh, Ring and Keel's the one that always pops up to me. Yeah.
But I haven't been this tuned in to it before, right? I was younger.
Okay. Oh,
But
I remember Ann Keels, man.
But
Holy
just
crap.
from how does it happen from a general standpoint of he's a younger guy, I get it,
Yep.
but you're a young dude, you're Major League Baseball, you're one of the best baseball players in the world, top 0.05%, and all of a sudden you can't do something that a high school kid down the street can do in his sleep.
Which is the one that you've seen the most?
What do you mean?
Like the yips part. Like which? What are you talking about
He just
specifically?
can't throw the ball to first base.
No, I know, but like which throw? Like, because there's been a couple of them that made me go, holy crap.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I think it's just I don't think I've seen any one in particular that's like
okay.
but it's just every day there's another thing. And he had I wouldn't call it a yip. Maybe it is. You could just tell how much he's struggling mentally. He did the thing where there's a runner on second. He fielded the ground ball and still threw it to second. And I was like, what the hell? Like, so that was like a mental block. Like you could tell he was out of it at that point. But other than that, just from a perspective of playing baseball, you do this all day, every day. He probably takes ground. It's not like Aaron Boone isn't hitting him ground balls before the game.
He's got to be going, you do 100 throws the first today before we play the game.
And I know they gave him a few days off. I think he's working his way back in the lineup. But it's just, I don't understand it from is it all mental? Is it, what is it?
Yeah. I mean, so here's the deal. So we play golf, right? And golf comes and goes.
We're not professional golfers.
No. I know.
All right,
but
go ahead.
But there are certain rounds where you're like, everything feels weird. Like nothing feels right about what I'm doing. And then you hyperfixate on that thing and it makes your problem worse. That's the only thing I can think of that happens inside a professional's mind. But you go, but it's so tough because their mechanics are so elite and they've been doing it for such a long time. You're like, how do you get off track that? But I'm not a professional athlete. Of course, I'm going to be a head case. So it is very strange that that goes away in such a dramatic form. It's pretty. I mean, I don't wish ill will, but it is a very entertaining thing.
Who's the other? Chuck Knobloch used to have it too. He just couldn't throw to first base.
Oh, dude.
He
Okay.
would throw it'd be like a routine ground ball to second base. He would throw it like 15.
Yes.
Like 15 rows deep. And you're just like, dude, what is going on? Like,
I totally forgot about Knobs Nukes.
That just came back to my head. I think Dan Ugla did it for a little while too.
Ugla sucked just in general.
But Ugla was great for those 2 or 3 years. And then you're like, what the hell happened to you?
Couldn't make the throws.
But but Knobloch was like clean field the ground ball and just
like into the stands. I mean, freaking, so Ankill, I remember that because he was such a highly touted prospect. And then he, like, watching him pitch, like he threw it over everybody. You're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
So
he like somewhat reinvented himself, right? He came back, he hit a little bit, played the outfield, and he was able to, I guess,
don't have to be accurate out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess he was like able to, lessen that blow, I guess.
So,
but
wild.
like in baseball, or whoever's played knows, the ball is gonna find you.
Yeah.
Right? No matter where you play, you're in Little League and you're
can't
like,
hide
just
from
put
the
this kid
baseball.
in right field. No, and the ball is going there. It doesn't. I don't.
He's swatting butterflies and the ball's coming at his face. Yeah, 100%.
It's like clockwork. The ball will find you.
Yeah.
Right. Like what's going to happen? They bench him. They're going to play him. First ground ball is going right there. It's just clockwork, man. It's just coming, right? And they're at home. Everybody's tense. You put that ball in the dirt, you're going to get booed out of the stadium.
Absolutely.
Yankee Stadium ain't a good place to be when that's happening.
I can remember my... I was homeschooled for background, but I played on a Greater Atlanta homeschool baseball team. I made the varsity as a sophomore. And again, these are kids all over the city of Atlanta. And I can remember riding the bench, and the guy that played third was a bad fielder and couldn't make the throw to first to save his life. But he could hit, but he was like 2 years older than me, and he hit more home runs than I did. But he was a dog shit fielder. And I remember thinking, like, how can you not make the throw to first? Literally, you're throwing it to first base, and you throw it in the dirt, and it was going wide. And I can remember being infuriated as a kid that he can't just make a routine throw. Even if, and I remember being like, why don't you just not even rush a throw? I don't care if he's safe or not. Just make the damn throw one time. And it was wild. So seeing that out of a professional is quite a mind fuck.
Yeah, and I'm literally Googling like, what are the yips? How does this happen? And it's like, this is Wikipedia. The yips are a sudden and unexplained loss of ability to execute certain skills and experienced performers such as athletes. Symptoms of yips are losing fine motor skills and psychological issues that impact the muscle memory and decision making. So I mean, you did touch on it in not those large scientific Wikipedia-esque words where everything at a Major League Baseball player does is second nature, right? They make everything look easy because they've done it, they've seen it, they've experienced it a billion times. So fielding a ground ball, firing it across the diamond at 95 miles an hour is easy, right? It doesn't matter who's blindfolded. Ichiro could be running and it's a routine ground ball, he's out. They just have to. They can't tap the glove. They just throw it. Right? You're not thinking. They're throwing from off the ground. They're throwing across their body. It doesn't matter. It just in their sleep. And now all of a sudden it's like, who's the notorious slowest guy in the league? Ty France hits a ground ball to him, and it's just he could walk it over to first base, and he's just bouncing it. He's throwing it over people's heads. You're just like, man, how? And I understand that there's some scientific backing to it, but it's crazy that it's I guess just happening in front of our eyes, B, happening to the shortstop of the New York Yankees.
The shortstop, which should be like the prime. Sorry, I just watched one of his throws.
It's so bad.
It's not even it's against Boston. This is the one that I was trying to find. And look, to his credit, he's making the play to his right and had to be fast. So he gets to his knee and he jumps up to make the throw. And Christ, he just sails it.
But I'm not even saying it's that. I've seen a routine play just be a disaster. If you want, I'm
watching more of these.
Oh, I've got the Chuck Knobloch. He just came in.
Oh, the Knobloch is bad.
He just came in charging a ground ball, ended up like in line with second base, like right in the baseline, and just sent it, just airmailed it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Knobloch nukes were something else.
So, and this is exactly so. The caption on this YouTube, it looks like it's Baseball's Finest, just says Chuck Knobloch enjoyed a successful MLB career until one day he just couldn't throw to first base anymore. And that's what happened. Yeah. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
You wake up. I woke up. I'm a Major League Baseball player. I'm Chuck Knobloch. I'm the second baseman of the World Series multiple times over New York Yankees. And tomorrow I will forget how to throw a baseball.
I do wonder, okay, so professional athlete, could it be that some kind of injury, small injury changes? So I can remember I jammed my finger one year and then couldn't hit a baseball for the life of me because I was always worried about my finger. Correct. But I'm just saying, maybe Volpe got a really bad hangnail. And so now every time he touches a baseball, it feels weird. Could it be something as simple and as minute as that? Or is it, which to me, Chris, makes way more sense than a random waking up and I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean?
I suppose, but when this happens, it's such a big deal.
It's huge.
That something like that could, because if that were the case, they'd just be like, all right, man, go on the IL. We'll see you in
get the fuck out of here.
See you in 10 days. Go hang out in Tampa. We'll send you. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go rehab in Scranton.
They might do that at this point.
But if that were the issue, they would do it. It's happened.
That's fair.
The amount of times that it's happened, which isn't a ton, but I don't think an injury was ever cited.
No, I mean, it hasn't been for sure.
Right, especially with the way Major League Baseball uses the IL. There's phantom IL stints all the time.
Oh, man.
You don't think if they could have possibly, even if it was I'm making, I know you used the hangnail thing.
Yeah.
But even if it was just a
blister, something.
Whatever it is, dude, get lost. We'll see you in 10 days and we'll figure it out then.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chris.
Sorry, my phone is all fucked up. It lights up every time I get a notification.
Okay, so what just happened? Is there a hurricane?
Here, I'll tell you exactly what it said. Is underdog, and Johan Duran came in the ninth, and his inning was single. Mets win 6-5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's two straight for the Mets.
Damn it.
Against Phillies.
There we go. I mean, the Reds are hanging on by a thread, but not if the Mets keep beating the Phillies. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, and the Mets might be. They're still 4 games out, 5 games out.
Who?
The Mets. If they won, they'll be 5 games out after this. So if they sweep, they'll be 3. That's still Phillies could still take care of business. Anyway.
Oh no, I was talking about wild card. I wasn't talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're almost locked in on the wild card soon.
Yeah.
The Reds aren't gonna.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah. I think
Not this time.
I think for the most part, the Reds and I think the Rangers or I know maybe the Royals. So those are the
Royals are coming back.
Yeah, so Royals
are a problem.
Royals, Rangers, and Reds are basically the 3 teams that
Rangers
have
are
a
5.5
shot.
back as we speak today.
Yeah, I was looking at Vegas odds, and the Rangers, the Royals, and the Reds are the 3 teams that still have like reasonable shots. The Guardians is a long shot, and they've been playing like dog shit. I think they're dead in the water.
Lost.
So those 3 teams are the only ones that could really shake up. Who makes it?
Correct.
I think
we're dwindling.
I think
down
we're pretty
to
locked
teams.
in.
There might be
Yeah.
a little bit of even the
there's gonna be some
divisions aren't super tight.
Well, I mean, both of the West divisions are. Your division and the Dodgers is tight, but the rest of them are not.
Yeah,
that
Blue
close.
Jays are 4 games up, and this is as of right now, I guess. So if anything was final while we're talking, this could change.
Of course.
Yankees are 4.5 back. Tigers are probably locked in.
Tigers are locked.
Phillies again, as of today, they're 5 up. Cubs are 5.5 back.
I mean, 30 games. There's a lot that could happen, but I think,
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Teams could collapse, so there's still time.
There's definitely still time, but as of right now, look at because 2 weeks ago the playoff picture was pretty similar, but now it's that these teams are running out of games. So we'll see. Like you said, seeding is definitely going to change, but I don't know if we're going to see a big turnover when it comes to the actual teams we're talking about in 2 weeks.
No, I don't think there's any surprises. We're looking at the teams that are going to be there.
I think I'm with you.
But with that said, in the midst of this playoff race, our boy, America's ass, Cal Raleigh, big dumper.
That is America's ass.
Has reached 50 home runs.
Yes,
Most home with 49 home runs, he broke the record for most ever home runs for a catcher in a season. He is now at 50. The man's a modern marvel.
That's awesome.
I love it. He's not cheated on any home run.
Yeah.
Well, some might say. The discourse online, I can't handle it anymore. It's just the amount of like Yankee supporters that are just poo-pooing Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, of course.
The amount of Cal Raleigh people that are poo-pooing Aaron Judge. Like, oh my God, can we just enjoy like a good old-fashioned like
home run
great
race
season? Home run race. Dude's a catcher hitting 50 home runs. It's the most historic season of all time for a catcher. Right? Do I want Cal to win the MVP? Absolutely.
Yep.
Should he? I don't know. I don't have a vote.
So I saw a graph that said the most home runs before September, and it was like Judge, Maris, and then now Big Dumper. And there's still like many days left before we hit September. So I think he's going to break that record too.
I don't know.
I think it's AL, by the way.
You think he's going to get 63?
No. I meant before September. Most home runs before September by an AL hitter.
That.
So
I'm not worried about that.
but still, that's more history that he's making. And I just think
every time he hits a home run, it's history. At this point,
100%.
He's doing ridiculous stuff as a catcher. Again, do I want him to be rewarded with the MVP? Yes, absolutely. I think it would be awesome because it's an unprecedented season. I guess in other facets or other sports, I complain that like, oh, this guy's one-off season, albeit really, really good, is going to take away from like this guy who's ho-humming. What Aaron Judge does is no longer incredible to the general public. Right?
Oh, right. But it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ho-hum now.
Yeah,
he's just going to hit 55 home runs.
50 again.
He's going to hit 320 or whatever he's doing. He's doing ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
So it gets overlooked.
Yeah, 100%.
Just to go on a tangent in basketball, like when Russell Westbrook won his MVP, he was the first guy since Oscar Robertson to average a triple-double.
Yeah.
And now I think Jokic just did it, and he didn't win the MVP.
Right. Yeah.
But he's got like 3 out of 5 MVP. So it's like, all right, man, like do something different.
Yeah, and congrats
Like,
on being
do a
incredible.
windmill dunk or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do something. I don't know. Like, shoot 50% from 3 too. I don't. It's like, do something different, man. Because I'm sick of you doing triple doubles.
Yeah.
Or have 20 rebounds.
I mean, I feel like we even got that with Russell, where we're like, oh, another triple double, cool. Moving on.
Yeah,
like come on.
I think
it's
eventually
incredible.
it hasn't happened yet, but the Shohei, it's gonna happen with Shohei soon.
I agree. Yeah.
It shouldn't.
Yep.
But it's going to, because you're just like, oh, okay, great. He could hit and he could pitch. Cool. Like that's how people think. And you're like, he's been doing that for 3 years, and it's just like, yeah, no shit, it's awesome. And then whoever it is that's gonna come, like, Schwarber is gonna come and hit 55 home runs, and it's like, let's give Schwarber the MVP. You're like, okay,
sure, but did you see Shohei?
That's why I'm not like going super hard on Cal. Like, do I want him to win it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's the same argument.
No, you're not
Schwarber
wrong.
to Ohtani is Judge to. I think Shohei's a little bit more valuable than Judge is. So I think
right. I think it's impossible to, like, for Shohei, if he does pitch for the rest of his career, not to win the MVP every single year.
Yeah.
Because he's doing both, and nobody's doing
at a
both.
crazy high
How is
level.
that not the most valuable player? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's doing insane shit. He's not hitting just 25 home runs. He's hitting 40. He's stealing 30, or whatever he's doing. He's doing ridiculous shit. But anyway, long story short, Cal's got 50 home runs.
Yeah,
awesome. I want him to win the MVP.
He has a shot.
The odds aren't bad. I think Judge minus 130, Cal's plus 100, so even money.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Not really sure what. I just don't know what people are thinking. Like that vote. I know what the general public thinks. Now I got to hear about juiced baseballs. I had it coming to me. I know I was talking about Judge on juiced baseballs.
Juiced baseballs? Really? That seems ridiculous, but
I'll send them all my way, baby. That gets me into the play. I'll deal with that problem later. Once you get me into the playoffs, then we could deaden them again and everything will be fine. But I can't say it enough. As a catcher, it's an insane season.
It's
but
insane.
Not to take away from Aaron Judge, because he's really good too.
I mean, I think that's awesome. I also, my worry with him was, he did the home run derby, and that's never been good for someone to continue that kind of pace.
He was slow to come out.
And he started slow.
I was nervous.
Man, he's looked awesome.
I was nervous.
He's looked
awesome. If we could be 100, I was not thrilled.
Keep it 100
for a little while there.
Yeah.
But what else we got? That's all I have as far as like my actual storylines. I know we touched a tad bit on the standings. I really don't think there's much of an update.
Nah, I don't think there's much of an update. I think we talked about there's those 3 teams that are sticking around. I think it'll be interesting when we actually talk more about it on our next podcast. And speaking of that, I think I'm going to go ahead and tell people about what that schedule is going to look like.
There you go. Good call.
So we're going to have to move some things around because of travel, and we also want to make the timing correct when it comes to how the season ends, right? So we are going to be taking off the 2nd or the 1st and the 8th. So we're going to come back on the 15th and on the 29th. Now, the 29th is going to be awesome because the season ends on the 28th. Mm-hmm. We're going to do our podcast on the 29th, and then playoffs start on the 30th.
We're recording on the 29th. You will hear it the morning of the 30th.
Exactly. So
just in time for playoff
Just
baseball.
in time. So make sure you're tuned into that. We're gonna talk heavy playoff predictions and just matchups and all that fun stuff. So just kind of keep that in mind. We're gonna kind of move it out a week in comparison so that timing works out well, just to get around scheduling and to make the playoff push a lot more fun. So with that being said, I think, Chris, that's all we have to talk about today. Until next time, everyone, my name is Andrew.
I'm Chris.
And this is the Coach's Sons Podcast.